Well, I'm in a moment of like, yeah, I mean, explosion is the word you said. I'm gonna say growth, but like, yeah, let's hope it's an explosion on the other side of this. It feels like an explosion right now. So before I felt like just overwhelmed, and we did have a pandemic, but I had been in a year of like getting ready to hire, getting ready to do these things. All like it felt like it wasn't moving. And part of that was pandemic, but part of it was also just like taking that last step. And I feel like since I've been in the mastermind, it's like that confidence, but also it's like help skill wise, like, okay, well, what question would be good to ask? Or, oh, that's another way to think about it. Like, so like that last little bit that makes me like go that extra mile and do the thing that I know I'm going to do at some point, but I'll do it like 6 months faster. And it's great because I've done coaching before and I do coaching for other artists, which I do love. But I feel like the mastermind, like I get your knowledge and then I get like all the other ladies in the mastermind's knowledge. So then you just get a nice wide range of people's different skill sets for different problems or challenges that come up. So it's not like it's just like one person bouncing it off. So you know different people's strengths. So you know like, well, this person really, they strive in this area, but this person's going to be great when I ask them this question. Like there's different people in the group who really help in different ways. And usually it's like, yes, when you work with a coach, like a lot of the same principles apply to a lot of the same challenges. And you can bounce it off of yourself or the coach. But I feel like with this, you get things that you wouldn't expect. And you get to be really real and honest, like, oh my God, this week. Or, I'm getting ready to hire, but I don't know whether this is a thing. You get to be really honest about it. It has your best interests at heart. They're gunning for you. So it's like, nobody's in competition. Nobody is trying to, I feel like we're different enough and we're similar enough and we're all in different stages and we can support each other with like when something comes up about family or something comes up about, oh my God, this pandemic and I've got 3 kids at home and oh my gosh, or business. So it's like, that you understand that that's there even when all of this is there. So it's kind of nice to have those two parts. Well, I've hired. I mean, she hasn't
That's
started, but she's hired and she is in alignment. And I had a Zoom call with her on Friday or Thursday. And like that was another place where like I came with my values first. And within 5 minutes, I knew like, this is my person. She gets me and I get her. I hired on the spot. I had a bunch of people who were possibilities. And this one I knew stood out. But then when I talked to the mastermind last week, it was really helpful to understand like, okay, here's the part about values, but here's also the part about skills and because I'm much more feeling based. So I'll go all feeling and then forget about skills and results. And I just assume they come with a package, I'm like, so I have to be reminded of like, oh yeah, you need skills and you need results. Like, what is your result? I was like, oh, what is my result? So it was really helpful to have like some push in those parts that I just don't focus on. They're not my natural go-to. I feel like most people would really probably put skills on the top of the list, but I'm like, skills will help you, but I need somebody I don't need to help. So this was really helpful to have the mastermind behind me to really assess the situation, to be able to ask the right questions. And just looking at the numbers, like I would have never known I was at 36 a month or 30 a month, or, I would have never known because I would have looked at that at the end of the year and I would have said, good job. But this allows me to make decisions as I like at the first quarter, at the second quarter, at the third quarter. And last year we were $60,000 down November 1. And so I looked at my team and I was like, we're going to make up this difference. Like, we're going to go make up this pandemic difference right now. Like, we've got 2 months. And I got them on board. And our profits the year before were 15 for November and 15 for December. And they were 30 and 31. When I do anything like this, when I take any classes, when I'm Like I'm looking for those nuggets. Like for every mastermind I do, I look for a nugget. Like I'm looking for one nugget per time I'm meeting, one nugget per time I'm going to a class. Like I'm not looking for the whole thing to like I'm not looking to do one thing and have it transform my life. I'm looking to do many things that like I'm looking to do the whole year. And every time I go, it's a nugget I get, not go away for a week and then have myself different. I don't expect to be different. I expect to be better. I I would say join, but that's who I am. But I'm a decision maker from my gut. Like I just ask my gut and then I know. And so I would just tell them, the different things that have happened for me, as far as like being able to assess my business in a new way, being able to get new ways of looking at my business, being able to have the support has been invaluable. So I would tell them, I usually come from that place of like, well, this is how it's worked for me.